I wanted to make a comment very early on the Minister of State, the Right Honourable Nick Hurd's statements on police funding in the House of Commons this afternoon. I welcome the government's announcement. I welcome the recognition of the challenges and pressures and will continue to press for innovation and change for the future that enable the outcomes my communities seek, that of being safer. I've lobbied hard on behalf of the residents of Hampshire, the Isle of Wight, Portsmouth and Southampton for fairer and sufficient funding for our policing and for those aspects of my work beyond policing as the Police and Crime Commissioner. And this shows that the voice of local residents, the voice of professionals engaged in keeping us safer is heard in government. The announcement today promised that next year the same amount of funds will be made available to the people that I serve for their policing safety. This is a technical issue based on what was previously a flat cash settlement from 2015. What this means is that the sum of money we had in 2017-18 will be the same sum, not a reducing sum, and that makes a difference. It adds some money back into the budget. But that by itself is not enough. There are other measures too that will need to be taken. And I'm delighted that the Minister has recognised the need for flexibility in the preset local tax setting powers that a Police and Crime Commissioner should have, and has given me the option of £1 a month, £12 a year, if that is something that I would wish to exercise on your behalf and you would wish me to exercise to maintain and restore policing in certain areas to the levels that you are asking for and the levels that we need to maintain, as I'm advised professionally by the Chief Constable, to keep us all safer from the greatest threats and risks of harm. Of its own, these are short-term measures, but they do deal with options for the next couple of years. In the longer term, as I have since I arrived, I plan to continue to fight for a nationally fairer funding formula. I know that there are pressures on government, but I continue to believe that this is the most appropriate way for the long-term future. But I return to today's announcement. It is a welcome recognition of the pressures on policing and police-related demand. It's a welcome number of easements to enable me to look to set a budget for the next 3 years that will keep us safer, that will sustain work into the future, looking to be innovative and changing to defeat those who wish us harm, looking to deliver a policing services that is modern, operationally effective, and continuing to develop for the future to meet the needs and demands to keep us all safer. Today is good news, it is progress, it's not the end of the journey.